Okay, yes, so I have done this a bit differently. I'm going to try and do it. So you want to open a Niagara system, which we've got here. You want to make a system, give it a name, like I did there. You want to input an empty emitter. You want to delete the spy rendered. You want to put in a ribbon renderer from that. So you want to then change the material of it. So choose color. Facing mode, this one here. You want to make that facing mode, custom set vector. You want to make that custom set vector. You want to set it to there, and then you want to go to your IP. Initialize particle. Yeah, you want to go to initialize particle, and you want to make that lifetime. You want to do that as direct set. You want to make that 2 seconds. You then want to go to your ribbon attributes and do. Actually, let's just change that to there. You want to go to your ribbon attributes with ribbon width mode. You want to direct set that, and you want to make that 40. And then ribbon facing mode, you want to direct set, and then you want to add to that a system Z access, which is through the drop down here, and then emitter update on here. You want to make that spawn per frame. Emitter update spawn per frame. This one here. So that's just these are called modules. This is a module that you're going to add to it. Once you've done that, stop, go to your third person map, and then take your emitter and put it into the game world and move it around and see what happens. You can stop the video here if you want and try it out and then come back to it, check out the text as well alongside it. Because we are now going to go to our third person blueprint, the character one. Now in, so back up again if you are, or if you're just going through the text, if you already know how to use it all quite easy. So after my event begin play, that means that something happens in the world, it's going to spawn in, I'll do something. You want to do spawn system attached. You're going to turn that into whatever you called that Niagara system that you made. I called it trail. Location type is going to be for now snap to target world scale. If you use that one, because you're going to snap to the other one later on. Do work, and then you want to bring in your mesh here. The mesh here, you bring it in, and then you just want to drag it up and attach it to component. Okay, so and then if we go back to our third person map, stop, press play, and move the third person figure around in the game and see what occurs. So I'm not actually showing you what occurs. Hopefully it will surprise you by what happens. Hopefully now when that is done, if we come back to our BP third person, actually let's go to the viewpoint, click on our mesh. So the mesh is like a covering that we use. I'm just going to go and have a look at the asset in the content browser. Is that one? Yes. No, not that one. Is it on? Let me just go back to this. BP third person, mesh, the Quinn, you selected asset, browse to. Yeah, it's that one. Okay. Oh no, let's go to this one this time. That's my mesh that I've got on it. So I'm just checking what the hands are called. And the hands are called hand underscore right. So I'm just going to now attach that to the skeleton. So you've made this kind of ribbon that kind of twirls through the world. Hopefully you'll see it was attached to the feet because that's the position in the world and relative. So now we're going to try and attach it to the actual skeleton in the point we want. And I'm going to use the two kind of hand wrist ones. I just wanted to see that it is definitely called hand underscore R. You might want to copy it because it has to be in exactly. So if we go back to the BP third person character event graph, the blueprints. Yes. In blueprints, so we want to now do this whole big thing, so which is not that hard. So forget the mash attached to a component there, not forget it, but I mean just drag it up to here so you get a bit of space. We're then going to do set socket locations, these two nodes here. We're then going to do a bit of maths. It's not that complex. Basically, we're going to add them together, and then we're going to divide them by 2. So just set your two socket locations in there. So that's what we saw in the graph. One's called hand right, one's called hand left. We're adding them together. We're then just going to divide them by 2. So it like splits the location of it once they've come together, because we now want to use that in our location. So you take the outcome of the divide and stick it into the location here. Okay, so that's where it's going to be attached. But you do need to set the rotation as well, because it could come in a different axis, that kind of jazz. So for the rotation, we're just going to take our separate location ones. We're going to connect them to a subtraction node. We're then going to make rotation from Z. The Z axis is the horizontal axis, I think, in Unreal. It works a bit different to other packages. And we're just going to attach that to the rotation point. You then just want to compile and save it all. And then if we go back to our BP third person map, then if you press play, you will see something occurs. Basically what occurs is it should be attached to your wrists. So try that out in the world. We're then going to make a material. I'm guessing you've done materials in Unreal. If not, we'll just quickly have a look at it. I want to come out of that. I want to go back to the content browser. So this is the material I've kind of made already. I'm going to click on my material. It will bring me up. Forget that one. I just need these 2 nodes. One node I brought in was this parameter one, which allows me to set a color, and I chose a color for it. And then the other one was my actually, what are the 2 nodes called? So I brought in my vector parameter for the color, and then I brought in a constant scala node, which I attached to the emissive color just to give it a bit of a glow. I set it to 0.3, you can have a play around, see. The whole point of parameters is you can set them to what you want. So you can set your color and you can set the value of the kind of glow that you want it to have. And this one you do set the emissive color. I've added another node, but you'll see that in a bit. So once those 2 are set, also you might notice that it's only one-sided your material, the original one we used. So for this, if you click on the trail and then you type in 2, you get 2-sided. You click that, it just means the texture will be on both sides. And then if you go back to your Niagara system, which is here, if we click on this up the top here, if you search down, you'll be able to find your material. Mine is called trail. You can apply that. Stop! Go back to your third person map, press play, try it out. Hopefully now your ribbon trail is the kind of color that you created. It's quite a simple color, we're just trying it out. And the final thing to try, which is a bit more on the next, but so you notice it's all this idea in Niagara about putting modules in and that. And I haven't done an introduction to Niagara, so I probably will do that as well. Or you could try it out yourself. But basically, it's all about adding modules to the emitter or bringing in more emitters. But you could also make your own modules. which is what I've done here. So it's new FX, go down to script, you've got Niagara module script. So it's just basically a way to make your own script for now. And for this, I had this once more, it's a bit of a blueprinty thing. So you've got the map get. For this, I added the velocity and engine owner velocity. I will go through more detail what it all means in class, hopefully. And then added to that a length. And then in map set, added, what did I add in map set? Oh, it's a float. I added a new float and I called it emitter speed. Okay, so I added a new float, I called it emitter speed. And then that float I made a particle. So if you hold on this, if you go to your particle attributes, you right click, change namespace. It's not going to show me particle because I already did it. It was actually originally a system one, but I changed it to a particle one. Particles are obviously all the little particles that are in your world. So I wanted it to affect the trail. So once you've done this, okay, the thing is that Niagara kind of crosses over with materials a lot. So you move between the two. And the part of my Niagara materials that connects, or the part of my the materials in Unreal that connects to the Niagara is the parameters, the particles really. So when you're in materials and you're trying to like affect and change particles, this is where it kind of occurs. So it kind of feeds into the Niagara system. You know, you're changing the parameters of particles and that. So I then came into my materials. I made this dynamic parameter, and the dynamic parameter, instead of this one, you know, which is a set one, you set the numbers there, I pasted this one, or I stretched it, and I inserted it into the emissive color. So, and then if we just go back one last time to our NS trail, I added, right, that's a particle system, where's my particle system? I added, the speed here. So plus you should get speed. So that's just the one that I called the this one here, you know, my own module that I made. So I added my own module that's called speed. That allowed me to bring it into my Niagara system. And then I also added the dynamic material system. Okay, and in there, I just did the drop down, which allowed me to add the emitter speed there. Save it all and come back to your third person map, press play and see what you think about what you get there. Okay, brilliant. Let's just stop there. Stop recording.